Hello everyone, my name is Vladislav. I am Russian and currently I live in New York. Welcome to my channel. I've created this channel in order to share some useful information with you, to give you some advice that based on my own experience, and of course to discuss something interesting. Today I want to speak with you about Russophobic Frenzy. What is it? What are the reasons of it? And is it actually real or myth? And before we get started, please subscribe my channel, click on the bell icon and let's go. Actually, this topic is pretty interesting for me, because I've been living in New York almost 3 years and I almost haven't seen any weird attitude toward me. Yeah, of course, sometimes I see weirdos that try to accuse me in occasions that took place more than 8 years ago. Did you know that Russia occupied Poland in 1939? Yes, I know, but why have you decided to speak with me about this? Because you are Russian, you're a bad guy. So, seriously, am I the bad guy because I am Russian? I didn't occupy Poland in 1939. But do you know that Russia and Poland have fought more than 20 times during the history? Sometimes Russia was a winner, sometimes Poland was a winner. But why you only remember the last occasion that took place more than 8 years ago? Anyway, I don't even pay attention to these weirdos. I know, every country in the world has people like this. And moreover, I have many Polish friends and these guys are really cool. And actually, I didn't even know that we have some problems between our countries. But later I realized that many countries in the world have anti-Russian sentiment politics. One more time, I got it only when my foreign friends told me what exactly their mass media say about Russia. So, let's understand what is Russophobic Frenzy. According to Wikipedia, anti-Russian sentiment, commonly referred to as Russophobia, as prejudice, fear or hatred against Russia, the Russians and Russian culture. In the past, Russophobia has included state-sponsored mistreatment and propaganda against the Russians in France and Germany. Nazi Germany at one point considered Russians and other Slavs an inferior race and subhuman, and called for their extermination. Wow. Now it's really interesting to know what your mass media say about Russia. Please give me feedback in the comments. Our mass media basically says that everyone wants to get our territories, our energy resources, our forest and etc. They don't say anything bad about any small countries. In the context, they are the enemies. The only enemy is United States. And can you imagine how surprised I was when I came in New York and realized that regular American citizens don't give a shit. Seriously. Oh, are you from Russia? Cool. I know how to say thank you. Спасибо. Alright man, your Russian pronunciation is almost as good as mine. You need a little bit more practice and you'll speak even better than me. But the situation began changing on February 24, when Russian military forces invaded Ukraine. Since that moment, I began seeing a lot of Russophobic actions. And I don't even mention keeping sport out of politics and vice versa. We all know that Russian and Belarusian athletes were banned from any competitions, and so do Paralympics. Can you imagine people probably have the only purpose to live and now they can't compete? It's disgusting. The only exception are commercial non-state companies conducting martial arts tournaments. For example, Russian professional boxer Dmitry Bivol on May 8 beat first rank of pound for pound of world professional boxing Saul Alvarez. Congratulations. But I want to speak with you about regular people that live outside of Russia. First of all, I began receiving a lot of messages that some European restaurants don't allow Russian people to visit these restaurants. Secondly, I began seeing a lot of news that some Ukrainian refugees try to attack everyone in Europe who speaks Russian, and it doesn't matter where you're from, they will probably attack you if they hear Russian speech. Even yesterday I went to the Brighton beach station in New York, of course, and one Ukrainian guy tried to provoke me for fighting. You know, it was a typical pugnacious guy, somewhere in New York City during at night, trying to find a conflict. But I didn't give him a chance. Suggested good luck and tactfully left him alone. And the cherry on the Russophobic cake was Instagram. I usually post some reels, you know, these short videos with cool music, and my videos usually collect within 130 and 420 likes. But recently I posted a video where I do really crazy flip, and if you listen music, you can clearly hear the words, "Are you gangsters? No, we are Russians." And guess what? Nobody liked this video. Literally, it only collected 18 likes. Coincidence? I don't think so. Yesterday I began exploring the Russophobic Frenzy and knew a lot of things I did not know before. For example, EA Sports has decided to remove the national Russian team and all Russian clubs from EA Sports FIFA. What is this? Sanctions? No, we didn't punish anybody. You just cut out a part of the game and nobody now is able to beat horrible Russian on a field. Honestly, this canceling culture is hilarious. In October 2004, the International Golf Organization announced that according to its poll, Russia was the least popular G8 country globally. Overall, the percentage of respondents with a positive view of Russia was only 31%. And the situation began changing after the Crimea annexation in 2014. By the way, one more interesting fact. After this annexation, the Crimean citizens bombed graffiti with Russian flag and Russian words Krym vash. That basically means Crimea is yours. It was on Yalta's peak I Petri. But even if the Crimean citizens were happy to become part of Russia, the world community considered this situation as the annexation, because the referendum was held in violation of international laws. Since that moment, state-sponsored mistreatment and propaganda began working to the fullest. Mass media was only saying bad things about Russia and its citizens. History books in some post-Soviet countries don't reflect the real history, they were rewritten. As a result, we got the new generation that don't like Russia and everything related to it. People associate Russia with the Soviet Union and they don't want to get back. There are results of 2019-2020 YouGov Cambridge poll that reflect the views of Russia's influence by country, and there are results of 2019 Pew Research Center poll that reflect views of Russia by country. How you can see majority of these countries with sort of power on the world's arena were disliking Russia even before the special military operation in Ukraine has begun. Of course, the Russian invasion in Ukraine on February 24th affected the world mood so bad, and people from around the world began hating Russia even more. It has been past more than 30 years since the Soviet Union stopped existing, and this time is enough to grow the new generation with different perspective of view on Russia. And of course, this invasion was a trigger for them. They realized that everything what have been said by their governments in these years was true, and nobody now even cares what was the real reason of this invasion, and nobody now even cares what regular people think about this invasion, because propaganda works very well everywhere in the world. It's interesting because right now in 2022 more than 20 countries currently at war. How many can you list without Google? Anyway, there is a small clue special for you. And it's interesting because some of these ongoing war conflicts have been continuing for years, and you probably don't know anything about this. You don't scream how bad it is when civilians die. You don't support belligerents with weapon, medicine, money, food, and etc. Their refugees don't dance on squares in your cities, nobody tries to draw your attention and you probably don't give a shit. And of course, all of these war conflicts with countries bombing each other are another matter. And right now I want to tell you how the Russophobic Frenzy affected me. And there are 3 different reactions. First of all, some people from my neighborhood stopped talking with me just because I am Russian. And I lost some clients, and so do my friends. We all have some different projects we work with. Somebody works in a company, somebody has gotten their own business, but we all now have had less clients, just because we are Russians. The second reaction was natural. Bunch of people knows me pretty well and they know me for a long time. And their attitude almost didn't change or didn't change at all. They still continue hang out with me, speaking with me, call me for their birthday parties and etc. And before I'll tell you the third reaction, I want to show you couple small videos for better understanding the situation. And let's start with Moldovanian guy. He speaks Russian, so I can translate it for you.
Всем привет! Неприятные новости с Молдавии. Правительство Молдавии запретило своему народу из-за беженцев, которые пакостят, снимать об этом ролики и выкладывать на мировое обозрение. То есть из всех беженцев, да, 70% беженцев с Украины ведут себя хорошо, прилично. А 30%, которые вот эти нацики туда позбежали, бандеровцы, делают, что попало. И правительство сказало, что будем привлекать вас к ответственности, если вы будете снимать неправомерные действия вот этих вот подонков. Что типа нужно потерпеть, Евросоюз попросил не показывать, Америка попросила не показывать. Терпите, иначе будем наказывать.
Je to vlastně cílem té kampaně je snížit závislost na energii, protože tím financujeme vlastně Putinovu.
Ich muss verschwinden. Du hast ein paar Worte, kennst du Deutsch? Zeig deinen Ausweis.
Сюда, слушай! Нахуй пошел отсюда!
Слава Украине! Пошел ты, дубина! Ты пошел, безмозглый русский осел!
Автомат бери, блядь, защищай родину, блядь. Вот, золотой тебе кинул.
Nauda izkrita.
Золотой кинул, блядь.
Подорву, подойду вот это вот гад.
You watch couple videos for a better understanding of the situation. People from different countries are not satisfied with behavior of some Ukrainian refugees in their countries. And how can you get this situation affected to people's attitude to Russian on opposite way? Some of them, not many, but some of them, began supporting Russian people even more, just because they see how some Ukrainian refugees behave in their countries. And sometimes they meet regular Russian people and they can compare who is more adequate. Thank you for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I hope this video was interesting and useful for you. If yes, please subscribe my channel, click on the bell icon and watch other videos. But I'm wrapping up now, see you later, bye bye.